I have a list of items here that I want to convert into an outline format. First of all, what's an outline? Well, an outline is creating a list with a hierarchical structure to it that has numbered main points and subpoints. As you recall in the level 1 training videos, when you have a list of items you want to convert into a numbered list, and we covered this a little bit, we selected it, came up here on the Home tab to the paragraph group, and there it is. Click on the numbering feature. When you click on it, it numbers them, but that's not an outline format. Even though it has the numbers, it doesn't have it in a hierarchical structure as the multi-level list does. And we went over it briefly in the level 1 training videos. Here I want to go over it again, but a little bit more in depth, and also show you how to customize it and how to save that customization so it's available in all new documents. Otherwise, if you don't make it available, it'll just stay in the current document that you customize that multi-level list to. And also, thinking about the outline is that if you're looking for the keyword, I need to create an outline. You're not going to see that in my level 1 training videos. I actually name it after the feature here, the multi-level list. When I move off of it, hover back over it, multi-level list, right? Well, here I want to be able to make sure I catch all those who slip through the cracks and are looking for a way to create an outline, and hopefully I got you. So here we go. Let's go ahead and click on the drop-down arrow to the list library. You can choose from any one of those, but this is my favorite one here. And you can see that when it comes to an outline format in this multi-level list feature is that up at the top you have the main point, which is not, well, all of them are numbered, and that's the feature of an outline format, but also in a hierarchical structure. So you have different numbering system for main points and subpoints and sub-subpoints and so on, but also you have it indented for each subpoint as you're going down the outline there. So if you go ahead and click on it, Microsoft can't tell which one of the items within your list here is a main point. I know I put mine in bold and you don't have to do that, but I wanted this to pop out at you so you can see that my main points are my favorite places, supporting by the subpoints, because these are my favorite places, Zion's National Park or the Hilton Hotel, and then Potter's responsibilities are to go food shopping and then to also assign a camp cleanup team. In any case, let's go ahead. Once we have all our main points, we're like, wait a second, these two are subpoints to this main point and those two are subpoints to this main point. Go ahead and click and drag to select it, and then hold down the control key so you can click and drag and select other text within your document. So now that I have all my subpoints selected, to go ahead and make those subpoints the main points or to indent them and have them numbered differently, you can do it one of many ways. As you recall, when you select something and you move over to the right, well, down here, here we go, you get the miniature formatting toolbar. You get the option to increase the indent or decrease it. Now if I increase it, it does two things. Well, it increases the indent, moves it over, but also puts it in that next numbering system. So I can tell the difference between the main point one of two ways. Either by looking at the numbering, going, okay, this is number 1 and that's lowercase a, not as important as, well, number 1. But more importantly, I think, is that it's indented. So I'm going from main point down here to something that's indented to a subpoint, back to a main point that's all the way out to the left-hand margin there. And then back down into an indent for its subpoints. Let me go ahead and click undo here. The other ways you can do this is that if you can't bring up that mini formatting toolbar by hovering over here and trying to bring it back up, you can go ahead and right-click on the selection. Of course, you get your shortcut menu, but you also get your miniature formatting toolbar here. Go ahead and click on Increase Indent, or again, you got Decrease, so if you made a mistake, go ahead and decrease it, move it back out. Or come up here on the Home tab to the paragraph group, and you can click on, there's your Increase and Decrease Indent there. Or, once you have them selected, you can hit the Tab key on the keyboard, and that also increases the indent, which is a lot faster than me moving my mouse around here. And by the same token, you can use the shortcut keys Shift-Tab to move it back out, or to decrease the indent. So think of it this way, when you increase the indent, you're demoting them. They're not as important as the main points. So you want to demote something, increase the indent. Okay, if we've got other items that we want to add to this, for example, like the camp cleanup team, we now have the names of those who are going to be part of it. Go ahead and hit enter. I know it's on the same level, but let's not worry about that right now. Let's just go ahead and add the names like John, hit enter, Susie. And then what we can do is we can either, well, one of two things. We can either go ahead and select these two, hit the tab key to increase the indent so we have a subpoint to a subpoint to a main point, or you can go ahead and click in here and do Shift Tab to decrease the indent and say, okay, that's the main point. So we have 3 main points. My favorite places, Potter's responsibilities, camp cleanup team, whoever that is. Well, it's John and Susie. Now, you've got a main point and a subpoint. It should just be a subpoint, so we want to go ahead and select these and, well, come over here to the miniature formatting toolbar and decrease the indent, or use the Shift-Tab key to back it back out, and there we go. And like I said, you don't have to make them in bold. I did because I wanted to be able to have have that pop out at you. So I can go ahead and select this one, hold down the Control key and select that one. Move over the miniature formatting toolbar, click on B to deselect it, and now they're not bold, and it looks all uniform now. Now you can customize this. You don't have to use the default list here where it has 1, 2, 3, the numbering system for the main points, followed by the lowercase letters for the subpoints. You can use characters, symbols, pictures. All you have to do is go ahead and, with the cursor flashing anywhere within the multi-level list or outline format here, come back up here in the paragraph group. And I know it's highlighted here for the numbering system, but we're still dealing with the multi-level list. Click on the drop-down arrow, and you can see it's highlighted there, the one that I'm currently using. And you'll notice that when I come down here, you can see over here that it's shaded, so it automatically selects all the items within the list. So I don't have to go ahead and select the entire list. Just as long as I have my cursor flashing somewhere within the list, I'm good to go. So I can come down here and say that I want to define a new multi-level list. Click on it, and it brings up a window that says, okay, you've got your levels here 1 through 9. As you recall, the first level is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it's right there. It makes it in bold so you can tell that you're on the first level. Do you want to use that numbering system, that numbering style? You can see right here, number style for this level, or you can go ahead and change it and use any one of those. Or you can go down to the next level, and you can see it's lowercase a, b, c, d. You can see the number style for that list. So I can click on the drop-down arrow, choose from that, or choose a picture. If I go ahead and I select a picture, it doesn't look good. Click on the drop-down arrow. How about if we do a new picture? Go ahead and browse for any one of these pictures here, or go ahead and click on Import and browse through your computer, find a picture, and then go ahead and double click on it, and it will import it into here. You can click OK, and then it'll be the new picture there. Or click on the drop down arrow and say you want a new bullet, in which case, well, the congruence symbol, that works. You can pick from any one of these symbols here, click okie dokie, and well, there we go. Now my second level, if I click OK, instead of having the lowercase a, b, c, d, we'll now have the congruence symbol. Don't forget you have these other options here. You can enter a formatting for the number. You can click on the font and choose whether you want it in bold, a different size. I mean, you can go crazy on this. And then the indent, right now it's got the default indent. You can make it more indent. You can have it aligned at a different point. It's 0.25. Maybe you can have it aligned further out or further in. And then you can set it for all the levels. You also get the more option. I mean, you can really go ahead and say just apply the changes to the whole list, or just this point forward, or the current paragraph. But to keep it simple here, I mean, this is extra stuff here that hopefully isn't too difficult to figure out here. But let me go ahead and click less, because less is more when we get a grasp of a new idea here. In any case, I like the way it is. Let me go ahead and click OK, and hey, the congruent symbols, isn't that fancy? So this only applies to this current document. So if I go ahead and open up a new document, it's not going to be there. But if I want to add this to all new documents because I really like this format, come back up here in the paragraph group on the Home tab, click on the drop down arrow, and you see the current list right there. It's got the congruent symbol and the list in the current document. It's only available in the current document, but if I come down here and right click on it and say Save in List Library, it's going to save it in here, and this is my list library. It's not currently in there, is it? If I go ahead and save it, then come back up here, click on it again, there it is in the list library. So let me click off in a blank area. If I come up here, click on the File tab, go down to New, and double click on Blank Document. So I'm in a new document, and I'm like, I really like that multi-level list that I customized. Well, because I saved it in the list library, I just have to come up here on the Home tab in the paragraph group, click on the multi-level list drop-down arrow, and there it is. Oh, that's so fun. You can see, well, let me move up, that little congruent symbol right there, okay? So it's available there until, let me close out of the new document. I come into any of the documents here, click on the drop-down arrow, and I right-click and I say Remove from the list library, so it's no longer available in any new documents, just in the current document. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.